Okay, let's dive in. Picture this. It's midnight. You're in a medieval abbey church. It's dark, incredibly silent.
Almost unnervingly so, right?
Yeah.
Just the faint light from the altar.
Exactly. But then you start to hear something, a faint murmur. It's outside.
And it grows. It becomes this ferocious muted howl, the sound of a hunt.
Then, bam! The huge parish door is hurled open, crashes inward.
Yeah, and this young guy, he just comes hurtling and scrabbling, gasping down the nave. Desperate.
He's running for his life, seeking sanctuary, and behind him, this mob yelling, "Murder and robbery." What an opening.
It really throws you right into the middle of it, doesn't it? That clash between, the world outside and the sacred space.
For sure. And this deep dive, it isn't just about a thrilling chase, though it definitely has that.
No, it's more intricate. It's about unraveling a crime, yes, but also a legal challenge and really digging into the hidden lies in this, seemingly ordinary medieval town.
Right. Our mission here is to peel back those layers, the accusations, the assumptions, maybe find some surprising truths about people.
And explore how justice, power, and just sheer desperation play out in a community like that. So that opening scene inside the abbey.
It's so vivid. You've got the monks in their stalls, almost like statues, carven copies.
Their brother Anselm's voice, that disembodied magic filling the church. But then the sound from outside.
Yeah, it builds, described as menace and dangerous excitement.
Yeah.
Like gigantic bees in swarm. You can almost feel the vibration.
And what's fascinating is Abbot Rodolphus's reaction. Immediate. Powerful.
He doesn't hesitate. He sailed around the altar, smoky candle in hand.
And literally uses the skirt of his habit like a whip against the mob.
His words, too. Rabble, stand off. Blasphemers, quit this holy place and be ashamed. Back before I blast your souls eternally.
Wow. He doesn't just stop them physically. He immediately challenges their right to be there, legally. Where is the law? I see no sergeant here among you. He's all about the process, the church's authority.
And the person they're chasing, just this miserable fragment of a man.
Described as soiled and crumpled and bloodied. Maybe only 15 years old in size.
His hair, flaxen hair dabbled with dust and blood, and he's just clinging frantically to the altar cloth. Pure terror.
Then the leader of the mob steps forward. Daniel R. Faber. Tall and well-made.
And he accuses this kid, calls him a mumper, like a beggar, accuses him of murder and robbery of his own father, demands they hand him over.
But the abbot, absolutely solid, points out they're the ones committing sacrilege inside the church.
And then he lays down the law. This man has claimed sanctuary.
And the rights of sanctuary are his, according to custom.
And neither you nor any other shall force him away out of these walls until the time of his respite is over. Period.
It's not a request, it's a declaration. This is how it works. The church has power here, a specific legal role.
So the young man, Liliwin, they ask him to swear he's innocent on holy relics.
Then his voice is described as light, high, wary. He just shrills, "As God sees me, I am not. I have done no wrong."
It's so simple, but under that pressure, powerful.
And that whole concept of sanctuary is so crucial to understand for this period.
Right. It wasn't just symbolic. It was a real legal thing.
Exactly. A loophole, maybe, but also a vital pause button. A chance for the church to step in, mediate, maybe ensure things didn't just descend into mob rule before proper law, as we know it, really existed.
So this opening scene, it sets up everything. The conflict, the stakes, and Liliwin himself, the guy at the center of it all.
Okay. So Liliwin's now inside the abbey. Safe. For the moment, anyway.
And Brother Cadfael steps in. We know him practical, empathetic. He takes charge of looking after Liliwin, tending his wounds.
Cadfael sees him as this poor little wretch, notes his skinny arms and legs, maybe 17 or 18 years old, clothes all ragged and threadbare.
Your heart goes out to him immediately, doesn't it?
It does. And Liliwin explains who he is, a poor vagrant jongleur.
A traveling performer.
Yeah, basically. Travels the road, cutting capers at fairs, doing a little juggling and singing for his supper. He calls it a hard life, with more kicks than kindnesses.
Paints a picture of how tough life was for people like him then. Always moving, always vulnerable.
He tells Cadfael about the job at the goldsmith's wedding feast. Hired for 3 pence.
But then he got cheated.
Says he did. Claims some boisterous young fellow broke a pitcher while he was juggling.
So not his fault, according to him.
Right. And then Dame Juliana, the old lady of the house, just screeched at him, hit him with her stick, and threw him out with only 1 penny.
Ouch. So he says he just crept away, planning to get out of town.
And only heard the mob later, realizing they were after the mumper. Him.
But Cadfael, he's sharp. He notices something straight away that makes him doubt the robbery part, doesn't he?
He does. It's a brilliant observation. He looks at Liliwin's clothes, these canty garments.
And thinks there's barely room to hide that 1 penny he got.
Exactly. Much less the contents of a goldsmith's coffer. It just doesn't add up.
It shows how quickly people jump to conclusions, right? Especially with someone who looks poor and desperate.
Absolutely. It's a great reminder about not judging by appearances, about how desperation can easily look like guilt if you're not careful.
Okay, so fast forward to the next morning. Things get official.
Yep. The sheriff sergeant arrives, the provost Geoffrey Corvisor, and a whole group of townsfolk, a solid phalanx of citizens.
Daniel R. Fiber, the mob leader, is there too. Still angry, belligerent, but maybe a bit embarrassed now. Slightly sheepish, it says.
And here's the first big twist in the official story.
The murder.
It wasn't murder. Master Walter Aurifiber, the victim. He's not dead.
What? Seriously?
Seriously. The sergeant confirms it. Walter was just knocked clean out of his wits. A fair dunt, a good whack, but not so desperate a blow.
So the whole murder cry from the night before was what? Panic? Exaggeration?
Probably a bit of both, maybe fueled by the wedding feast wine too. Mob mentality.
Okay, so the charges change. Now it's wounding and robbing.
Which is still serious, obviously. And this sergeant confirms he's checked the workshop, seen the strongbox. It was emptied, apart from heavy silver items they couldn't easily carry.
The robbery part seems real then.
It does. But the abbot, he stands firm on Sanctuary.
Still protecting Liliwin.
Absolutely. He reiterates the sacredness of Sanctuary. The sergeant has to accept it.
So Liliwin is safe inside the abbey walls.
But the sergeant warns, if he step 1 pace outside, my men will be ready and waiting for him. The siege begins, in a way.
This whole exchange really shows how messy legal stuff could be back then. How public opinion could sway things before the facts were clear.
Definitely. And now we really need to meet the family at the heart of this, the Aurifiber household. It's complex.
Like pieces on a chessboard, you said.
Yeah.
Each with their own moves.
Exactly. So first there's Walter Aurifiber, the goldsmith himself, his main focus, the money he lost, huge financial hit. Seems almost more worried about that than being attacked.
Then his mother, Dame Juliana, sounds formidable. Parsimonious, sharp-tongued.
Oh yeah, and she's convinced Liliwin did it, no question in her mind.
Okay, who else? There's a daughter.
Susanna. Walter's unmarried daughter. She's the housekeeper, runs everything, very capable, but clearly unappreciated. Described as cool, short and dry. And she holds the keys. Remember that.
Keys. Okay. And Daniel, the son who led the mob, he has a new wife.
Yes, Marjorie. Small, round, homely. But she's already making moves to take over running the household from Susanna. You can feel the tension there.
So Daniel himself, the heir, still belligerent, still sheepish, spoiled maybe.
Seems that way. Then there's a tenant, Baldwin Petch, the locksmith.
The guy who made the locks for the strongbox.
The very same. Described as a smiling, sneaking toady. A gossip, like sticking his long nose into other people's business.
Sounds like trouble. Anyone else?
2 more key people. Wyston, he's the journeyman goldsmith. Sturdy, compact, wholly Welsh, doesn't say much. And importantly, he sleeps in the undercroft right below the main hall.
Access. Okay. And finally,
Ranald, the young maidservant, timid, quiet, but she seems to believe Liliwin is innocent.
wow, that's quite a household. Lots of potential for secrets and friction.
Exactly. And secrets are definitely about to come out.
All right, things are getting intricate now. Cadfael isn't letting this go. He confronts Liliwin again, right, with actual evidence.
He does. Tiny, but crucial. A little clot of his blood and 2 flax-white hairs found stuck on the workshop doorpost. Liliwin's hair color.
Ah, so Liliwin can't deny being at the workshop.
Exactly. He's startled, and he finally admits it. Yes, he did go back after being thrown out.
Why?
He followed Walter, pleaded for the rest of his pay, the promised fee, and Walter actually gave him a second penny.
So he was there near the time of the attack. He lied about just creeping away.
Yes, he admits he lied because he was scared. Scared that just being there would make him look guilty. Understandable, maybe.
But then things take a much darker turn. Baldwin Petch, the locksmith.
He turns up dead, drowned in the river.
Drowned or murdered.
Well, that's the question. There's this suspicious mark behind his ear, thicker and darker moisture. Suggests he was hit first.
And of course, everyone immediately thinks.
Liliwin. The timing is terrible. People start saying Petch was have found proof against Liliwin, and Liliwin silenced him.
Even though Liliwin is supposed to be inside the abbey.
Well, that's where Brother Jerome comes in. He doesn't like Liliwin being there at all.
The disapproving monk.
Right. And Jerome reports that on Sunday evening, around the time Petch disappeared, Liliwin was sought and could not be found within the abbey walls.
Oh, did he leave Sanctuary?
Jerome implies it. Liliwin insists he just hid myself. But it looks bad. Really bad.
The pressure is mounting on him again. But then, a breakthrough clue. From Petch's apprentice.
Yes, Griffin. Described as a simpleton. He found something incredibly important the morning after the robbery. A single silver penny.
Not just any penny.
No, a specific rare one. And Edward, king before the Normans came. Part of Walter Orefeber's collection, his inventory.
Where did he find it?
Lodged edgeways in the crevice of the bucket used for the well in the Orefeber courtyard, and it was stuck there with a frayed shred of blue cloth.
A blue cloth. And Griffin gave this coin to Petch.
He did, innocently. And Petch apparently kindled like a lighted lamp when he saw it. He knew instantly what it meant, took the coin.
Okay, Cadfael puts this together.
His mind starts working. The well, the blue cloth. The specific coin from the stolen loot, found in the well mechanism.
The money must have been dumped in the well, probably in a blue cloth bag.
That's Cadfael's theory. Dumped there to be retrieved later. And Petch, finding that coin, told him who did it. He knew the secret.
Which likely led to his death.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
And then, one more seemingly small detail clicks into place for Cadfael. From Ranald, the maid.
What does she say?
Just casually mentions that Susanna Walter's daughter, the housekeeper, had her feet and the hem of her gown wet on Monday.
Monday, the day Petch went missing.
Exactly. Ranald saw it after Susanna had been hanging washing near the river. And Cadfael remembers that's the last time Petch was seen alive, apparently going off about the fish rising near that same river.
Wow. It's like detective work, piece by tiny piece.
It really is. This is the heart of the deep dive, isn't it? How you take these scattered facts, these observations, a bit of deduction.
And suddenly a hidden picture starts to form. Those small, accidental clues giving away the biggest secrets.
And now that picture's getting clearer. The real motivations, the human drama behind it all, start to come into sharp focus.
Right, Susanna. We knew she was unhappy, the unappreciated housekeeper, losing ground to the new daughter-in-law, Marjorie, denied a dowry by her father.
And there's deep resentment there. A simmering hatred for her father, Walter. But the key, the absolute driver, she's 3 months pregnant.
Huh. That changes everything. A hidden pregnancy.
Completely. So Cadfael puts it together. Susanna and Easton, the Welsh journeyman who sleeps in the undercroft.
They're lovers.
Yes, and they planned the robbery together. He had the access, creeping up from the undercroft. She had the keys, knew where everything was.
Their plan was to steal her dowry, essentially.
Exactly. Steal enough money for them to escape together, flee to Wales where Easton has family, and start a new life with their child. Desperation.
So what happened to Baldwin Petch, the nosy locksmith?
Cadfael's theory makes chilling sense. Petch finds the coin, knows the money's in the well, knows Susanna must be involved. He likely goes to her, tries to blackmail her maybe, demands a cut.
And Susanna.
In her desperation, perhaps cornered, she fights back. Cadfael figures she struck him, maybe with a stone by the river, then held him underwater until he drowned.
Which explains her wet skirt and shoes that Monday. Oh my goodness.
It's brutal, but it fits the pieces. Meanwhile, what about Daniel? The son. His alibi.
Liliwin saw him out late that night.
He was out late, yes, but not committing the robbery. He was with his married lover, a woman named Cecily Cord.
Another secret. And his new wife, Marjorie.
She found out, was furious, but still lied to the sheriff, Hugh Beringar, to protect Daniel's reputation. More tangled loyalties and deceptions.
And the final confirmation comes from Dame Juliana on her deathbed.
Yes, it's heartbreaking. As she's dying, she sees Susanna's skirt, maybe torn or stained from the struggle with Petch, and she makes the connection.
No more last words.
Cryptic, but clear once you know. For all that, I should have liked to hold my great-grandchild. It confirms Susanna's pregnancy. The ultimate motive revealed.
It's just raw human emotion, isn't it? Resentment, love, hate, desperation, all driving this tragedy.
It really shows the pressure of societal expectations, especially on women then, and the extreme lengths someone might go to for a chance at freedom, a different future, even violence.
She felt trapped and saw this, however terrible, as her only way out.
For herself and for her unborn child, a powerful, if devastating motive.
Okay, so the truth is out, or coming out. Susanna and Easton know they're exposed.
Yeah.
What happens next?
They run. They make a break for Wales, taking the stolen gold and silver with them.
But they don't go alone, do they?
Yeah.
As Ranald.
No. Susanna, maybe paranoid now, thinks Ranald sees too clear and notices too much. She grabs the poor maidservant, takes her hostage
Where do they hold her?
in the loft of a stable, preparing for their escape. Iacin apparently isn't keen on harming the girl, but Susanna is driving this now.
And who steps up?
Liliwin, our young jongleur. He's desperate to save Ranald, whom he's clearly fallen for.
He offers to use his skills, his acrobatics.
Exactly. To sneak into the loft and get her out. And Hugh Beringar, the sheriff, trusts him, sees his desperation, his love for the girl, and lets him try. A real moment of faith.
So the confrontation. Hugh Beringar corners Easton and Susanna in the stable.
It's incredibly tense. Easton has Ranald, threatens her life if Hugh's men move in.
And Susanna? Is she breaking down?
Not at all. She's defiant. Confronts her father, Walter, who's arrived on the scene, shouts her hatred for him, claims responsibility for everything. I have killed, I tell you, so open. No remorse, just fury.
Then comes the sacrifice. It's stunning.
It really is. Hugh has a marksman, Alcher, taking aim at Easton, probably to end the hostage situation. Susanna sees it. She flung herself into the opening of the hatch, arms spread and braced to ward off her lover's death. She deliberately intercepts the arrow meant for Easton.
She takes the hit for him, dies in his arms.
Yes, and Liliwin, who maybe saw it happen from the loft or nearby, lets out this terrible howl of grief and despair. He witnesses her final act.
Unbelievable. What does Easton do?
He's devastated. In his grief and rage, he just takes the bundle of stolen loot, the gold and silver, and hurls it out of the loft.
Scatters it everywhere.
All across the meadow below, and the image of Walter R. Faber, her father.
What about him?
He's described as dazed, just groveled in the grass, scrambling to pick up his precious coins and silver, seemingly oblivious to the tragedy, his daughter's sacrifice, the real cost of it all.
That's chilling. The contrast.
It really hits home, the destructive power of all those secrets, resentments, finally exploding in this incredibly tragic climax. Love, loyalty, desperation, pushed to the absolute limit.
So, after all that violence and tragedy, where do things settle? Is there any hope?
Thankfully, yes. There are threads of new beginnings. First, Liliwin.
He's cleared, obviously.
Completely. Declared innocent, free as a bird. And there's a lovely touch as Rebec, his musical instrument that got broken during his escape.
Brother Anselm repairs it.
Meticulously. And not only that, Anselm starts teaching Liliwin to read music. It's symbolic, isn't it? Healing, learning, new possibilities opening up for him.
That's wonderful. And Ranald, the poor maidservant caught in the middle.
She gets a fresh start, too. Hugh Beringar's wife, Eileen, takes her in, offers her care, instruction, a real home.
From a kinless kitchen slave, as she was described, to having kindness and a future.
It's a profound change for her. And it seems Liliwin and Ranald,
They find their way together.
it looks that way. Liliwin is clear now he won't leave without her. He wants a different life now, not the vagrant road. He wants to be a decent craftsman, settled with wife and children, a life born in peace.
A quiet, happy ending for them, emerging from all that darkness.
It feels earned. As for the Faber household, well, it's irrevocably changed.
Susanna's dead, Easton arrested, Dame Juliana gone.
Walter has his money back, but at what cost? And Marjorie, Daniel's wife, she now gets what she wanted, full control of the household. A strange sort of win amidst the ruins.
So wrapping this up, we started this deep dive with what looked like a straightforward crime, murder, and robbery.
Yeah, a simple accusation. But, digging in, we found this incredibly complex web. Hidden motives, desperate love, a killer no one suspected initially.
We explored sanctuary, justice, redemption in that medieval context.
It really became a journey from simplicity to complexity, didn't it? Touching on those big themes, the constraints of society, especially for women, and just that fierce human drive to control your own destiny, your own fate.
We saw how simmering resentment, the need for agency, could explode into tragedy.
Absolutely. A seemingly simple crime rooted in years of unspoken feelings and societal pressures.
It leaves you thinking, doesn't it? In a world where appearances can be so misleading, where desperation can push people to do unthinkable things, what really defines guilt? What defines love in the end?
And maybe, how much of the messy, complicated truth about the people around us do we actually want to see? Especially if it challenges the comfortable stories we tell ourselves.